Welcome back to 13 News Weekend. Two guys and a lady.
That's right, and a pretty
Jim
lady,
and
too.
Naoma. Yes,
Yeah.
Naoma, you're looking great today.
Thank you.
And we're talking, which phone do we decide to buy?
Yeah, everyone asks me, what phone should I get? It's kind of a personal question. What do you
Sure.
need? You know, buying a smartphone kind of sometimes make you feel a little dumb sometimes. So it all depends. You know, there's the BlackBerry, there's the Windows, there's the iPhone, and there's the Android phones. But it all comes down again to personal preference. So I came up with a few tips that maybe you can look for when you're shopping for your smartphone.
Good.
First of all is, what carrier do you use? AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile. You know, when I lived out in Virginia Beach, closer to Punga area, I had Verizon, but when I stepped inside my house, it did not work. I could not use my phone. So I had a T-Mobile guy actually come to my house, and when it was raining, we tested it out in the whole house, made sure it worked, and that's how I switched to T-Mobile. So you kind of want to check the coverage there. What good is a smartphone and having a carrier that you can't even use it's missing calls? So check your carriers. Also check the prices, your data plans. Do you really need to use it for web browsing? Maybe you don't need, if like with T-Mobile, I have 6.5 gigs of data. You may not need that much. Unlimited texting, unlimited calling, what you may need. So it can be kind of pricey getting a smartphone. Also the cost of the phone. There's always a new phone coming out. You know, you may spend $500 on a phone, and then a couple months later the next new phone. So kind of do your research. What are you really going to use it for? Research the operating system. There's the Apple, there's Android, there's Windows and BlackBerry again. So they all have different purposes. Now also there's the size of your screen. You know, it ranges from 4 inches to 5.5, like the Note. The Note is really big. Do you really need that? So go play with the phone, check it out with how your fingers use it. You know, can you talk on it? Does it fit in your pocket? Those kind of things. And then special features, you know. Galaxy S4 has a lot of cool features. Are these just like a gimmick? Are you really going to forget about them after a few days? A lot of apps you're downloading, you're not using them, so you may not need to get a smartphone. So there's a lot of...
I'm glad I didn't talk to her before I went out to buy a phone. I would have been so confused.
Yeah, that's right.
And what did you choose?
Well, I have an S2, but as soon as I got it a few months later, the S3 came out. Now I want the S4, so I'm like, okay, do I really want to spend the money to upgrade? I probably will the next few months, so you just kind of...
Would you encourage people to get a more expensive phone knowing that they're going to learn how to use it, you know, kind of adapt to all those tricks of the trade in the phone?
As long as you can afford it, because you think about the cost per month that you're spending on all this data, and then also the cost of the phone. Do you really need it? I mean, I do. I have to stay connected, but not everybody needs all those extra features.
Let me ask you a question, and I bet a lot of parents out there asking this question. Suppose you have a child that is connected at the hip to one of these telephones. How do you get rid of these things? You know,
Take it away.
It seems like for young people, these things have become an absolute necessity. And I'm talking anywhere from 7 years old all the way up to 15 years old. And I think parents sometimes are kind of obliterated out of the picture altogether because their child is always doing this, you know, with their phone.
I mean, I got my son just a basic phone. All he needed to do was be able to call me or call his dad at any time. That's all he really did. Eventually, I took it away. Now he just uses his tablet. He can text from his tablet. You don't really need it, but, you know, they feel like they want it. It's all up to you. If they're spending too much time on it, just take it away from them.
There you go, Jim. Simple advice. All right, Naoma.
Easier said than done.
Thank you so much. Great presentation. We'll be back.